streets of New Orleans feels like Tortuga from Pirates of the Caribbean. Everybody's drunk, everybody's having a good time, beautiful soul food, great seafood. And for me, I was like, I can do all of this while I'm getting obliterated throughout the whole day. There was like a drum line at night, right?
So live bands are just playing? That sounds like paradise! As good as Jaws was, it harmed Hollywood. The reason why you didn't see the shark for the majority of the movie is because the animatronic of the shark didn't work. So Steven Spielberg had to big brain and be like, okay, how do I build the suspense? And Joel, let me tell you this. He did a great job. He just came out in an interview last week saying, if the machine worked, Jaws would have been half as good. But since it didn't work, I made a masterpiece. So everyone goes, I'm not gonna show my monster till 47 minutes into this hour-and-a-half movie. F you, bitch. I came to the movie to see that.
From Los Angeles, California, Melvin Diaz and Joel Romero. Come hang with the Soul Primos.
What's up, cousins? Welcome back to another episode of Soul Primos. My name is Melvin Diaz.
And I'm Joel Romero.
And dude.
Yes.
What did you just surprise you with?
Oh, dude. Friendship?
Yes, you told me. You said that you before the pod, you said, Melvin?
Yes.
Sit down.
Oh.
And I was like, what? Even if I sit down, I'm still eyesight with you. You're standing up. And you were like, you got all pissed off and stuff. And you were like, let's go to New Orleans.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, what? I was like, you bought us tickets? And you were like, no.
No, brother. Hell no, what? Listen, New Orleans is one of the greatest places on earth. If you're having a good time with your family, loved ones, it's great. If you're crashing out, if you want to go there and cause a scene, get in fights, maybe even get beat up a little bit, New Orleans is a motherfucking place to be.
And I always tell you, bro, I've traveled, I've seen 85, 86% of this beautiful country of ours. I've never been to New Orleans, dude.
Oh,
and you, for the longest, you were like, as a friend, even though I love New Orleans, as a friend, Melvin, I don't think you should go, bro.
Yes.
And I remember being like, what? Why?
Yeah.
And I started seeing videos about New Orleans Mardi Gras, and I went, oh.
Well,
and I'm like, my closest friends in this whole world that I love so much with my heart think I would be foul in New Orleans.
There's a celebrity that had a really rough time recently, and all I thought about was like Melvin.
Literally, I'm not even joking. You told me that, and then a couple weeks later, two separate friends of mine told me, yeah, New Orleans is awesome, but I don't think you should go, Melvin. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's the second time I heard it. And they're like, well, I think it's just a little, I don't know. And then the third time I was like, what the fuck? That's the third time I heard it in a fucking month.
Yeah.
And they were like, Melvin, relax, please, you're scaring me. And I was like, no. Why? And they go, well, this is why. I'm like,
why do you think people are saying that about you?
I think it's because my closest friends don't want me to be happy. They don't want me to live in paradise. They don't want me to experience joy. I could go on and on.
Okay, what about New Orleans do you think would entice you so much where you would kind of lose control and really and embellish in all your desires?
Love.
What does that mean?
Joy.
And what brings you joy? What brings you joy?
What does that mean to you?
What does that mean to you? Please. Let's get deep, man. This is Soul Primos or is this Soul fucking...
things that make me happy.
Soul fucking estranged cousins.
Here we go, dude.
Okay. All right. Sorry. You can cut that in.
You just clip that. Things that make me happy, dude.
What makes you happy and what is a big part of New Orleans? What demographic of people? Okay, maybe...
You let me know. Let me lock into it.
Little black people out there. A lot of beautiful black people out there, man.
A lot of beautiful black people there. You said that you can drink until 4?
Oh man, I was at a bar till 5 a.m. one time, and I was playing checkers with some random ass people from a bar, and it was a great time.
Checkers? Were you winning or losing?
I think I didn't. I think I was just present.
Or they were playing chess, you were playing checkers.
How do you play this? That's most of the things in my life where I'm playing chess and playing checkers.
Yeah.
But I was there, and then throughout the street, I've said this before, man. Like New Orleans, the streets of New Orleans feels like Tortuga from Pirates of the Caribbean, right? I remember I was walking, I was drinking like a White Claw on the street. Some guy like fell against the wall. He got his little plastic bottle of Jack and he started drinking it. And he just started walking right by me, right? And I was like, Tortuga. I felt like Jack Sparrow, right?
So, it's such a city full of Jack Sparrows.
Pretty much. Everybody's drunk, everybody's having a good time. Beautiful I'm taken.
People.
We're on low, yeah, but beautiful black people, beautiful black women, beautiful people of all ethnicities, backgrounds, beautiful soul food, great seafood. And for me, I was like, I can do all of this while I'm getting obliterated throughout the whole day. I can be on the street in the middle. I could just shotgun a fuck. That's what I did. In the middle of the night, people were like, there was like a drum line and then like at night, right?
So live bands are just playing? That sounds like paradise.
I shotgun in the middle of the fucking, and then there was people.
The drummer's like, excuse me, boss.
And there was like girls, there was like ladies on top of like the second story. They were like, show me your tits. And I showed my tits and they were throwing like, I felt like little beads.
Beads.
They were throwing that shit in my face and it fucking hurt. I was like, ah. And then I was just having a fucking good ass time, man. And that's why I'm saying, if you were to go there, first of all, you're probably the tallest guy there.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, and I appreciate you and my other friends kind of looking out for my best interest.
Yeah.
But I do want to go.
Yes.
I do want to go. I do want to experience it at least once in my life. I haven't been, and I've always wanted to go to Louisiana.
Dude, one of my favorite experiences in New Orleans or Louisiana is when I went to a swamp tour, and then we got on this boat, and we went to the swamp, and there was we were there to go see crocodiles or alligators.
Yeah.
One of those, bruv. You know, the same thing, or they're very different, whatever. But
they are, but what you go.
I don't know the difference. Can you enlighten me?
Alligators have a wider face. Crocodiles have a sharper face. Go ahead.
Okay, Google fucking translate. Google translate.
Google Trans.
Which I appreciate.
Yeah, we love.
But I was on the boat, and then the guy was like, "Listen, we don't have the big ones this time of the year. We only have the small ones, right?" And then it was funny because like these little ones were coming in to the boat, approaching the boat, and he was like, "Oh, there's Kyle, there's Bailey." And he was like, "Oh, I don't really recognize one. Oh, wait, that's Jeffrey." Like he knew them by name, right?
Yeah.
They would come to the boat, and it was me and like my other homies, and we're like, "Wow, this is beautiful. We're in the middle of the swamp and doing this tour, fucking the little the airboat, whatever." And then the little crocodiles would approach the boat, and they would be like, ah! And the tour,
they hiss.
The tour guide would just like this. Hey! He would just slap them across the face, and they'd be like, "Oh, my bad." And the other ones would act up too and just slap him across the fucking face. Right? He had no fear of
this is a white guy.
A white guy. Like Southern, like white guy.
Yeah, but white guy with he fucking tobacco in his mouth.
For some reason, when someone like, listen, when I love white people who are just so white, don't try to be anything else but white.
They're themselves.
They're themselves completely. I don't want to go to the South. I don't want a white guy to be code switching, see some brown people or black people, anybody. I want you to be white. I want you to sound white. I want you to say your specific lingo. Yeah, I want you to be you, man.
I don't like when someone meets us and they're like, we're Latinos. They go, my college roommate was Latino, and my neighbor's Latino. It's just like, okay, what does that have anything to do with me?
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Like, what's your point? What's your point?
Yeah, did you fight for his rights or no? That's all I care about.
Did you give him $1,000? Like, you give me $1,000?
Yeah, because you're 78 years old. Were you part of the civil rights movement or no?
Yeah, but there's some white people in the South that are so fucking awesome because they grew up around everything. They grew up in swamps.
Yeah.
So they don't have a racist bone in their bodies, dog.
Yeah.
They just give a fuck about eating, fucking, and money, dog.
When we talk negatively about white people, we're not talking about, I shouldn't even use that accent. We're not talking about white people.
We're not talking about white people.
We're talking about white people that are like just like mostly just around white people. They think they're.
We're talking about mostly white people in government.
Yeah, and they think they're better than everybody else, and like anything that's not anybody who's not me.
We're talking about white folks that put the hood on in the middle of the night,
who think that if you're not like me, you are less than.
Yeah.
You don't deserve this.
So we're talking about like Theo Vaughn white people, but before 2022.
Yeah,
because Theo Vaughn post 2022, in my opinion, no good.
You might say he might have disappointed you.
Yes. Ooh. Yes. Theo Vaughn has vastly to the point where I unfollowed him and I performed 2 shows with him at the Comedy Store in the Belly Room before he blew up. Yeah. And I thought when I first met him, I thought he was doing an act. Yeah. And I'll never forget, he had a joke where he was just like he was just like, y'all ever have a little bag of hamster bones in your pocket? And I was like, in the moment, I was like, who the fuck is this? Yeah. And he was like, "Yeah, I used to do it, and I used to trade it in for porno mags back in Louisiana.
Yeah.
And we used to share that porno mag. Hundreds of kids used to share that porno mag, and that shit was like a brick by the time I got it. And I was like, who the fuck is this? Is hilarious. And then I talked to him in the green room, and he was so nice and chill. And then I did another show with him a couple months later, and he was so nice and chill. And he even followed me on Twitter. Yeah. And I only have I haven't used Twitter in years, and he followed me on Twitter. I'm like, oh shit, he followed me on Twitter. And then and then now it's just like he's having dinner with this administration, and it's just like it's like you can't go on the camera and cry and complain about what's going on, yet you have the person responsible for what's going on your podcast. I think you can't have your cake and eat it.
Yeah. Well, what I think is like if you're gonna be a comedian, you got to be a comedian. You can just be funny man. There's no need to get into politics, and especially it's like sometimes you don't got to share your opinion. Sometimes it is important to, but sometimes like if you're gonna be hypocritical,
it's one of those things. Like, look, I get it. If you have one of the people in the administration on the podcast, obviously that episode's gonna fucking blow up.
Yeah,
and that's gonna be good money. And if that's the reason why you do it, say it, dog.
Yeah,
say like, dude, I wanted another $100,000.
Yeah.
Someone kill me, sue me because I want money. Then at least I know it's just like, okay. But if it's just like, well, I didn't know. I'm a 45-year-old man. I didn't know this would happen.
Yeah.
It's just like, bro, shut your bitch ass up, dude. Yeah. It's just like, and then it disappointed me. Who else have disappointed us, bro?
Disappointed us recently? Let me see. Let me try to think hard because I really fuck with everybody. Let me see.
I really fuck with everyone. I have no negative thoughts. You
know when they say, if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything? That might be me, man. I don't stand for anything. I fall for anything. That's a song.
I don't stand for anything and I fall for everything.
That's delivered by Public Enemy. Shout out to Public Enemy. Let's go, dude. 1997, one of those years.
Yeah.
Let me see. Who else is disappointed? Listen. Steve-O might have gone down the rabbit hole a little bit, which is very disappointing.
Yeah, Steve-O. I think Steve-O, what he said about immigrants.
Very alarming because,
very sad.
And what were we saying before? It's like, why is it disappointing? Because Steve-O was a guy growing up that everybody really loved. Everybody really liked because he was like he was very troubled. He had very issues, but he was always like the life of Jackass. Everybody had their place in Jackass, but they all brought laughter to a generation of people, of dudes like me and you. And not even just dudes. I think Jackass was more than just for dudes. It was for women, families, everybody.
If Johnny Knoxville was Michael Jordan, Steve-O was Dennis Rodman.
Exactly. Yeah. I might even think he might be Scottie Pippen.
Really?
I might think he's Scottie Pippen.
Really?
I think he might be Scottie Pippen. I think he did some of the gnarliest shits.
Yeah.
He went crazy. I think Rodman might have been Bam Margera.
I think they're interchangeable.
I think with those, but for sure, Johnny Knoxville is
Michael Jordan.
Is Jordan.
Yeah,
Jordan.
he's the GOAT. Yeah, he's the GOAT. And
because it depends on you could be like Chris Pontius was Scottie Pippen because Chris Pontius was legendary, right? But Dave England might be more of a Dave England might be more like
I think they're just
Steve
Kerr.
Yeah. Steve Kerr.
I think it's just like. Did you see that clip of Johnny Knoxville getting emotional because his doctor said you cannot ride bulls anymore?
Dude, I respected that so hard. And
I think it's like I thought when I saw it, I was like, dude, this guy's so gnarly. Yeah. He loves and he probably loves bulls so much.
No.
No. And I think it's because it's just like it's him becoming older.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, dude, you can't do this because you will die. Dog.
Yeah.
You're not 20-something no more, dog.
It's like he was faced with his mortality for the first time. Yeah,
he has children. So it's just like, bro, you have to think about your children and your wife and your family. Like, you keep doing that, you're done. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts anymore.
I also think it was heartbreaking for him because no longer can he get footage. I think he was just a guy that just like, because in Jackass 2, when they had like the self-defense, that wasn't even, what was it called? It was like a self-defense fucking, they just threw rubber bullets. Boom, there was an explosion.
Yeah.
He was just like, yo, come on, it's footage. Ryan Dunn and Bam Margera were like, bro, this is fucking insane. Hell nah. Fuck you. Yeah. He was like, come on, it's footage.
And he talks about like, and he was on another podcast and he talked about like, when he first filmed the video of wearing a bulletproof vest and getting shot by a real gun, he was like, how long, the interviewer was like, how long after that video did you like get Jackass or whatever? He was like, I filmed that video of wearing a bulletproof vest, getting shot. 8 months later, I was on the cover of Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
I was just like, damn, bro, that's astronomical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he still maintained a level head, and he got sober, and he supported everyone who wanted to get sober. That's why he didn't have Bam in the last Jackass video movie because Bam didn't want to get sober. But the fact that Steve-O just was such a part of our childhood like that, and then now is like he's like, oh yeah, all immigrants are rapists, and they bring in fentanyl.
Yeah, he was saying all immigrants are rapists, and then like he was getting fact checked.
How was he saying it, dude?
Yeah, they're all all immigrants are rapists, man.
No, that's not true. That's
well, a majority of them, they come to this country. That kind of sounds like Trump almost a little bit.
Yeah.
They all kind of bleed into each other sometimes. They all come to this country.
And it's one of those things where like the older you get, the more you realize like some of these people that you looked up to, they ain't shit, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like growing up, when I was a child, when I was a kid, I would constantly hear the phrase, don't meet your heroes, don't meet your heroes. And I was like, what the fuck? Fuck that. I want to meet my heroes.
Yeah.
I want to meet Michael Jordan. I want to meet LeBron James. I want to meet Kobe. I want to, rest in peace, Kobe. I want to meet fucking George Lopez when I was growing up. Gabe, Fluffy. I want to meet them. And then it's like, no, dude.
See, like I don't 100% agree with that. I don't 100% agree with like the phrase of "don't meet your heroes," because it's like, dude, your heroes at the end of the day are just people, humans, right? What was disappointing with the Steve-O thing? It's not that I personally had him at a pedestal. It was just like I thought you were just a fucking regular human that just loved everybody, that were just like appreciative of everybody, that wasn't hateful. Like, what really disappointed me was like, oh, you really are hating a group of people. Like, you really are stereotyping. And I don't know who you're getting your info from. I don't know if you're just listening to the administration or listening to the people. Because when you're in that status, you're obviously around like very powerful people. I don't know if they're just saying shit to you.
I think a part of me goes, oh, dude, he's just a white guy that's in his 50s.
Yeah.
They always fail me. But people of color in their 50s have failed me too, where I'm just like, what the fuck? Even today, bro, I had this Asian person come up to me going, hey, what do you think about Cesar Chavez, huh? And I'm just like, yeah, that shit sucks. That shit sucks. Yeah. And I kind of got a little combative because I was like, why the fuck you asking me, fool? Yeah. And then the more we talked, he was like really genuine in that. He was just like, yeah, it broke my heart. Like, this shit was messed up, man.
Yeah.
He was like, I used to own he was like, my brother owns a taco. My brother-in-law is a Latino. He owns a taco spot. Had a Cesar Chavez mural. Had a paint over that, and I'm just like, oh yeah. I was like, oh yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, that is really crazy. Yeah. And then three schools in LA.
A good amount, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a middle, they're mixed, like high school, middle school, but they were all called Cesar Chavez Middle School, Cesar Chavez High School. Immediately, bro, they changed that name.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
And it's just, but what's so crazy to me is that obviously now they're doing it because of the nefarious information that's come out.
Yeah.
But I was telling, I had a person was telling me, they were like, yeah, and he also, did you know he hated illegal immigrants?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I've known that since high school. He's like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that was like known information. That's why so many people didn't like him to begin with.
It was like footage of him calling Mexicans or illegals wetbacks and shit.
Yeah. And just he was just like, hey, I'm fighting for rights of legal Mexican American and Latino Americans. And I'm like, yeah, I knew that, dude. That's why that's why Cesar Chavez to me was kind of like, oh yeah, he fought for farmers' rights. Very cool. Yeah. Very cool. That's a fraction of the impact of that needs to be in America. So, but anyways, like when that shit came out, I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's obviously I don't take joy from it because I'm like, bro, that means people got hurt from his fucking disgusting actions.
Yeah, and people were like, oh, people were, especially on the internet, were like, "Oh, why would she wait this long?" I mean, she gave you a reason. She's like, she didn't want to ruin the movement, which is a very valid. It's a very valid reason.
It's such a noble reason, dude.
Because imagine if she were to come out during that time. People have a hard time also sometimes believing the victim at times, right? Imagine if like this guy is coming to coming to fame, he's getting a lot of attention for this movement, and then all of a sudden she comes out like he did this, and they're gonna be like, really? Really? They're not gonna believe her. They're gonna fucking bully her. They're gonna be violent towards her. They're gonna fucking hate her. They're gonna do death threats.
The people who they're advocating against. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, are we gonna listen to this guy?
Yeah.
He did that to a woman," and everything just unravels. Which is like, I think that's the most noble action that she could have taken. We're just like, I'm like, she was like, this movement is much bigger than me.
Yeah.
Eventually, my time will come.
Exactly.
And
that's the crazy thing about certain movements is that they're backed and led by very disgusting people. You know,
sometimes, like
not all the time. We're saying sometimes, like,
and you can't even trust you have to take people at face value, I suppose, and you also have to be like, if you don't know someone personally, just don't make them your entire personality. Don't look at them as better than or something that's just like an entity that's larger than life.
It can be a musician, it can be an artist, it can be a fucking politician, it can be a fucking author, it can be anybody, man. I think the dangerous... Hey, Val, dropped the chair. Here we go again.
Yeah, so, J.K. Rowling, dude.
Malvin's gonna go take a shit in my house. Here we go. But yeah, the dangerous thing about having people in the pedestal, it's like, okay, first of all, it's easy to get disappointed, and no one's perfect. At the end of the day, we're all human beings, and I'm not saying that we should forgive people for doing terrible shit, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, you fuck with someone's vision, you love their music, maybe they have ideologies that you really fuck with. It's important, to really stand by those ideologies. And you might even think like, wow, okay, this guy is saying these ideas that I really resonate with. So I really resonate with him. So he must be a person that I look up to, a person that I idolize or maybe put on a pedestal. But forget that they're human. They're just like every one of us. And some people are shitty. Some people are terrible. Some people are good. Some people are great. And they all going to fall under that category. You might have someone spilling some great ideas, but they're fucking terrible fucking people, right? So that's why it's so dangerous to have these people on a pedestal, because it's so easy and it can be earth-shattering to be when you find out these terrible news about them. And Cesar Chavez was the most recent, but like it can go to anything. Like it turns out maybe fucking an actor you like did some fucked up shit to somebody, then you get like, wow, it comes out of shock because you're like, oh, he was great in this, he was great in that, he must be a great person. People can have, it's the same thing with like when, and this is kind of like a fucked up thing to say, but I'm like, you separate the art from the artist, and it's like people have great ideas about, they could be philosophers or activists, they can have great ideas, but that doesn't change the fact they can be a terrible fucking person.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you and I have experiences for like people that we've never met that we looked up to growing up or in our teens and our 20s. We've experienced that, but we've actually experienced that in real life with our peers, where we've known in real life, had real like friendships with, and then boom, it comes out that they did something. I mean, with me, at least in the comedy game, I've experienced that several times where I'm like, this so and so did that. What the fuck, like, and it's such a whirlwind for everyone involved, dude. It's like I can't even explain it sometimes. And like it happened one time when we were working together with someone.
Oh yes.
And then when we were about to like release the project, they call us and they're like, "Hey, I don't think you should release that." And I'm like, we were at my studio and we're like, "Why?" And he was just like, "Well, I just got Me Too'd." I'm not gonna say who it is, but I just got Me Too'd. And I was like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Dude, this is like real life. Like we're in the game. We're like in the fucking system. We're in the ether now."
Yeah.
And then we're like, we spend the rest of the night just scrolling through social media, and it's just like, oh my god, this is true.
It's crazy, yeah.
This is true. We saw screenshots, we saw evidence, and we're just like, whoa,
yeah.
We haven't talked to this food since then. This was years ago, but it's like it's one of those things where like it's like you just never know. You just really never know, dude.
Yeah,
I would kill you if anything came out.
Oh, I'll kill you.
No. You will. Yeah, you will kill me. I was like, what's worse than death?
Yeah,
but I'm like
getting killed by Joel. Imagine me. Hey, I heard what you did. I'm gonna hurt you.
Hey, bro.
Hey, dude. So I fucking heard that you're just being mean to people.
Yeah.
But
it's so crazy. Dude.
People are. I don't know, man. Especially, it all comes, especially with people that have extreme power, and it happens everywhere. But I'm just saying, like, some people when they get more power, they feel like they can get away with a lot more.
Yeah, that's why you should never trust. I hate to say that you should never trust anyone because you should, but just truly be on the lookout for things.
Just never forget that these people you idolize are humans, and like I said, humans can be good, shitty, great, awful, like everybody else.
In between.
Like everybody else you meet. You meet a guy, you learn a little bit about him. You're like, this guy's a fucking dick.
Yeah.
You're only hearing the good side of people for the most part on social media.
Yeah.
And online and anything. People go on these podcasts, on these late night talk shows, like, hey, yeah, oh, I just love, how were you growing up? Rich with love. My parents didn't have much, but we just loved each other.
Or you go on YouTube and you see these people like, what's up, guys? Today we're gonna give 100 homeless people $10,000 so they can survive. And it's just like, you just never know what's going behind closed doors. Yeah. We've seen that shit in first person, bro. We're trying to tell you the reality of the sitch, man.
We're also nice people.
We grew up poor.
Yeah, we're also just regular people.
Yeah. But I think all this emotion that we're bringing is caused by what we saw with one of our favorite actors of all time, Sir Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf might be going off the deep end a little bit, you might say. I think he's been going off the deep end for the last 10 years.
Oh, yes. I think he might be spiraling out of control.
And for those of you who don't know, Shia LaBeouf, obviously, if you don't know Shia LaBeouf, pause this, Google who Shia LaBeouf is, and then you'll be like, oh, that guy? Secondly, those of you who don't know, recently he went to New Orleans, which Joel wants to take me to. And he spazzed out on a bunch of people. He got into a fight. He ended up getting arrested. And then finally... Sorry, I have the hiccups. And then finally, he got out, obviously, because he has bail money.
Yeah.
He's fucking rich and famous. But one of my personal favorite interviewers, journalists, again... I don't know who he is in real life, right? But I like his work. Andrew Callahan from Channel 5 News interviewed him. And I think the interview was good. I think he was asking good questions. I think he had a pure heart. But should you interview someone either during or right after a mental breakdown?
That's a good question. Hey, he would classify himself as a journalist, 100%, right?
Oh yeah, well he is. He does very good work. But, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Andrew Callahan kind of fight, but I'm saying like Shia LaBeouf obviously has a screw loose right now. She's going through a little spiral, manic episode. I feel like with that interview, it wasn't an interview where he was trying to get some clickbaity answers or anything. He kind of let him breathe. And if Shia LaBeouf was like, I don't want to talk about this, then he's like, all right, let's move on.
First of all, Andrew Callahan, he's a master interviewer.
Yeah.
He's, I think Joe Rogan's a different type of interviewer. Yeah. He's upper echelon interviewer.
Yeah.
Is my opinion.
I think with that interview, even though he was spiraling and he is going out of control, I think it is the news throughout the whole country, which is as crazy as it is to be a celebrity where like, hey, you got drunk and you got in a fight and you got fucked up and you went in jail and you go back to New Orleans and you go fucking party. It's crazy that can be major headlines when you're a celebrity. Anything you fucking do is like, wow, he's out there partying after he got fucked up, he got in a fight. Mm-hmm. It's crazy how that can be worldwide news. And as a journalist like him, it's like, is he going to be like, okay, well, am I going to ignore this, or am I going to see what's going on with him?
That's an interesting point, because okay, so you're seeing it like, well, that's his job. He's a journalist.
Yeah.
So it's his job to journalate.
Yeah, and is it going to be like, this is the hot topic in the whole country? Everybody on Twitter, this topic, this is a trending topic. Am I going to ignore this just to be? Am I going to ignore this, or go about this interview the most respectful way I possibly can? Right?
So when I first saw that, I was just like, what? Why is Andrew Callaghan interviewing him?
Yeah.
Like, he's probably in the most vulnerable state that he could possibly be. Shia LaBeouf is probably in the most vulnerable state that he's been in years.
Yeah.
Because apparently he was sober, and then now he's like, he relapsed and everything. Why? Andrew Callaghan is usually so in tune with human emotions, and he's empathetic. Why is he doing that? But your explanation, I think I understand, because it's just like, at the end of the day, he's a journalist.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, he's going to journalize.
He's a journalist.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to bring, because people, I mean, isn't that what a journalist is? Sometimes you bring the humanity into a situation. Like, people will look at a celebrity like that who's done fucked up shit. He's done fucked up shit. But people look at someone like that and be like, what a fucking loser, what a fucking this. Like, they'll just look at him as Shia LaBeouf, the actor, and be like, this is a wild dude. Wow, this famous dude is in New Orleans, fucking Mardi Gras, or fucking just Bourbon Street, just fucking wilding, wow. And they don't give a fuck past that first headline. Yeah. They're like, wow, he spazzes out, gets beat up, gets drunk, whatever. But he's like, no, let's get deeper. Like, why? What's wrong? Like, what are you going through? Like, what's going, like, how's your relationship with your ex-wife or with your ex-partner? Like, what's going on with that? And moving forward, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? So he's getting this like trending topic that people like kind of glance over and just feel like, oh, look, this is wild, this is crazy. And he's kind of broadening it out and kind of humanizing it a little bit, and humanizing Shia LaBeouf. Well, he's been doing interviews for a while, but I'm saying like this very volatile and sensitive state that he's in. Yeah. He's kind of going there and just being like, just asking questions, and people can have their own opinions, and obviously he's done fucked up shit. No one's gonna deny that he's done fucked up shit, and he's admitted to doing fucked up shit. So there's no denying the fact that he's done stuff.
I think the biggest thing, if you haven't seen this, I forget if the interviewer asked him what he thinks about gay people or something like that. Yeah. And Shia LaBeouf was like, if I see big gay guys and they're touching my leg, I get scared. Or if they're around me, I get scared. And a lot of people took that as homophobic, but I saw it as, I didn't see it as that at all. I saw it as someone that's been touched before. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying?
100%.
I saw it as someone that's been touched before, and I think records show, I think he said he's been touched before. Yeah.
And yeah, a lot of people took issue with that. Like, if people are touching me, I'm gonna fucking do something about it.
You know me, I don't like being touched.
Yeah.
I don't like being touched. By anyone. Period. Right.
Yeah.
And if my friends or loved ones touch me, I'm always like, okay, it's, we used to have this joke between Joe and I. Every time he would like pat me on the shoulder, I'd be like, hey, don't touch me, huh? Yeah. But like, since we became friends, I'm like, it's okay, it's Joel. Yeah. But anyone else, I don't like being touched. Yeah. Right. And I think he was just inebriated during that interview, and it's difficult for him to express his.
I also feel like he might have been, something was going on. He might have been like just manic breakdown or inebriated during the interview, but I feel like he didn't really do a bad job of expressing like, yeah, I got touched. Someone at Bourbon Street, whatever, they touched me, and I didn't fucking like that at all. Yeah. And people were like, oh, like you said, people took it as like, you're homophobic. No, he's just a guy that he's a celebrity, and you might be like, well, why is he there? I'm like, yeah, but like you can't
live life.
You can't live life. You can't just put the blame on other people, on him for being there trying to live his life. Like, why are you breaking boundaries? Why are you fucking, where people talk about boundaries so much on the internet, but when the celebrity, they're like, bro, you're there. Like, what do you think is gonna happen? I'm like, well, you can't control yourself like against with another human being. Not saying, and who knows, maybe that did or didn't happen, but if it did, if someone was like trying to grope him because he's like and he said it was a big gay guy, maybe he's exaggerating because it's like he's kind of like a smaller guy. He's a smaller guy. But let's say he wasn't. Can you really blame him for being like, hey, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Anybody would be like, what the fuck? If you're a girl, a guy touches you, like, what the fuck? No one will blame you. Yeah. But a guy, if another guy touches you and you're like, what the fuck? It's like, is it always seen as, why is it always kind of like, oh, you're being homophobic? Why is it not like you just got touched by somebody?
Dude, I remember one time I went to a predominantly gay area I'm not gonna say whether it was San Francisco or LA, but I was celebrating a birthday celebration, right? And I was in my early 20s, and yes, I drank too much. So I just went, I'm just gonna go to this quick alleyway. Yeah. I'm just gonna throw up real quick. It's cute.
We're so gay.
I'm gonna throw up real quick. I'm gonna release everything. But no, I was just like, bro, I just gotta throw up, and then I'll boot and rally, and I'll lock in.
Yeah.
Right. So as I was throwing up, I hear my friends come, and then they're like, "Yo, Mo, you okay?" I was like, "Yeah," and I went like that, and then I can see them from the corner of my eye, and I just kept throwing up, but I could hear them, and then someone comes and fucking grabs my ass.
Oh hell no!
Someone grabs my ass and tries to stick their finger, and I remember I go like this fist, and I just fucking like go like that. And I was like, what the? And I thought it was one of my friends.
Yeah.
And I was like, who the fuck just fucking did that shit? But I'm still sick. I'm still fucking just drunk and like loopy. And my friends were like, and I look, and my friends are still 10 feet away from me.
Yeah.
They're still walking up. And one of my friends goes, it was that fool. And I look, and it's just this gentleman. I don't know what he is. This gentleman, he's already like 15. He's like jogging away. And I was like, what the fuck? And I literally tried to go after him. I take 2 steps, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm so fucking drunk. I can't even, like the world is shaking. Yeah. I'm like, and I told my friends, I'm like, that fool just fucking molested me, fool. What the fuck? Yeah. Where were you guys? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that fool just straight up molested me. What the fuck? And then my friends were like, what? Well, when? I was like, he literally just fucking grabbed my ass, and I fucking fell his fucking finger. And I hit him hard too. Yeah. I know I hit him hard too. I think that's why he started jogging away. And I just look, and I'm like, that's not cool. And I kept throwing up.
So if you weren't so inebriated, you would have been able to.
I don't think if I wasn't inebriated, I don't think I would have been in that situation to begin with.
That's true.
But just because I was in that situation doesn't give the people the right to be able to fucking touch me.
No, not at all.
You get what I'm saying?
No. Of course, of course, I was there with you. I was like,
you were the guy. I was like, you were the guy jogging away.
I was like, don't touch him. He's like, I'm gonna do what I want. I'm like, I guess.
You're like, I can't stop you.
It's a free country.
It's a free country.
Free cunt.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But I think the Shia LaBeouf thing, it's just like, you know what it reminded me of? Have you ever seen the movie True Confessions? No. It's a Disney Channel original movie that came out in 2002, a year after 9/11.
I was 7, yes. No,
or Shia LaBeouf, or you were 7?
I was like 5, 4, 3,
2, 1.
My parents were like, please get younger.
Each year they were trying to kill you?
As you get older, like, please be 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Please get
because you read at a 4-year-old level.
I remember listening to my mom and dad be like, can we get rid of him? I was like, what?
Well, he said it in English?
Yeah. How do you say that in Spanish? Podemos... Okay, continue.
But the movie... The reason why we talk about this is because we love Shia LaBeouf. Or I love Shia LaBeouf.
The actor. Yes.
We love his work.
He's done some great work.
We love his work. I mean, obviously the first Transformers.
Oh, everybody knows the first Transformers. Everybody knows the Transformers series, man.
Or every time he's in Transformers.
Holes,
dude.
Zero.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa. What's too that bad?
Holes, Transformers, Fury,
Disturbia,
Lawless, Disturbia was it's a not a modern classic, but it's a hidden gem. Eagle Eye, and what else?
But what else? A Disney Channel original movie called True Confessions. Every time I've asked people about this, no one fucking knows what I'm talking about, which pisses me off. It's a Disney Channel original movie called True Confessions. So it stars Shia LaBeouf, and you ever seen Even Stevens?
Yeah.
The father is the father in this movie.
Yeah.
But he's not a fun-loving guy. He's like a strict, angry dad because Shia LaBeouf in this movie, True Confessions, is autistic. He's mentally challenged. So he plays a mentally challenged kid, and this came out when I was 7. Yeah. And it was the first time, I remember it distinctly, it was the first time I ever cried watching a movie. Because he was, I remember the scene. Please let me know out there. Please let me know if you know what I'm talking about. There's a scene where he goes to the library and someone's helping him, and then they leave, and he gets lost in the library, and he starts crying, and he starts panicking. I'll never forget, I start crying with him. I'm just like, oh my God, please, someone save him. Someone save him. And that's the first time I cried in a movie, watching a movie, and it won't be the last.
Well, listen, Shia LaBeouf is a very talented actor.
Very.
He's a very, very talented actor, man. And I don't know where he goes from here, to be honest. I don't know if he goes from here. I don't know if he gets any opportunities for the next foreseeable future.
It's crazy because there's a movie called The Tax Collector, where he played like the henchman.
East LA fool. He
East
gets his face tatted.
Strong henchman, and he got real life tatted.
Yeah.
And the movie fucking sucked.
Yeah.
I remember during the pandemic, the only movie theaters that were open were the outdoor movie theaters, where you would see it on a screen and you had to go to a certain radio station. And I remember being so excited because I was like, this is gonna get Shia LaBeouf a fucking Oscar. From all the videos I saw, he got it tatted. He was hanging out with like East LA ass gangsters and stuff like that. I saw the movie. 20 minutes in, bro, he gets, spoiler alert, he gets fucking
20 minutes in?
20 minutes in.
Oh, they did some Godzilla, Bryan Cranston shit.
And the fact that, and then the way they did it all stylized, where they didn't show what it did. It was just like with a camera like this. So it was just like, what the fuck? And then we have to watch another hour and 15 minutes of this movie where it's just like, Shia LaBeouf was the best part of the.
I hate when the movie does
Bryan
that.
Cranston Godzilla shit.
I hate when the movie does. I'm like, this whole press tour. Bryan Cranston is like the most charming individual in every fucking interview, every part of every press conference, every question, Q&A. He's the funniest and most charming part of it. And then you watch the movie, and then fucking the intro, he dies, and then you're just like, and then for me, I watched it and I was like, bro, they're gonna bring him back some dumb way.
Yeah.
Ain't no way he just dies.
Yeah, they're gonna clone him, or they're gonna go back in time.
Because I just watched him for 4 months in the press tour. Ain't no way they're gonna kill this fool. And then you just got to deal with Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Exactly, and this was before, and even then you barely saw him.
Yeah, it's like what,
and you didn't even see the fucking Godzilla either. You saw a bunch of other bullshit.
You saw his thigh here and there and shit.
Yeah, that's why I think Jaws, as good as Jaws was, it harmed Hollywood more than.
Wait, why?
Because Jaws. The reason why you didn't see the shark for the majority of the movie is because it didn't work. The animatronic of the shark didn't work. So Steven Spielberg had to big brain and be like, okay, how do I build the suspense? And Joel, let me tell you this. He did a great job. He did a phenomenal job. And he just came out on an interview last week saying, if the machine worked, Jaws would have been half as good. Yeah. But since it didn't work, I made a masterpiece, right? But Joel, 90% of the rest of Hollywood is not Steven Spielberg, brother.
That's the blueprint, though.
So everyone's just like, I'm not going to show my monster till 47 minutes into this hour-and-a-half movie. Fuck you, bitch.
That's what makes
I came to the movie to see that.
Okay, I agree and disagree. Certain movies, if you show the...
Agree with me.
Okay, if you show the main... Okay, I'll agree with you in a sense, like, if you're going to Godzilla and King Kong, and this and that, you watch these monster movies, show me the motherfucking monster, bro. I want to see... First of all, they're animals at the end of the day. I want to see these food tearing up a city, destroying fucking the earth, destroying the world. I want to see them as crazy, as volatile as it possibly can. Don't show me a 2-hour Joker movie. I don't want to see a Joker for 2 hours. Dark Knight, I want to see him for us. He was only in the movie for like 30 minutes.
That's insane.
Darth Vader barely has any scenes in relation to how much screen time everything else has.
Well, what are the other characters, dog? Darth Vader, right? So Darth Vader is one of the greatest characters of all time.
Han Solo.
One of the other characters, Han Solo, which is the blueprint of the cool bad boy.
Yes.
You have Princess Leia, who's the blueprint of the fucking
Some
women.
might say my first crush, Luke Skywalker.
Luke Skywalker's your first crush, yeah.
No, hell no, fuck you, bitch ass man. Hell no, cuz. I'm talking about Leia.
The blueprint of the kid from nowhere that gets chosen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The blueprint of Obi-Wan, the blueprint of like this old sage wisdom.
But still, we're talking about the villain. We're talking about the villain, the main villain. Hey, Jaws, the fucking shark, Jaws. Was the villain of the movie.
He was forced to become brilliant. Steven Spielberg was forced to navigate this shitty robot, and he made a brilliant movie. And he says, he's just like, bro, if it worked, the movie would have been half as good.
Yeah.
And I agree with that.
Imagine if you see the T-Rex for 2 hours and shit.
These other directors, these other filmmakers that are making these other monster movies, bro, they ain't Steven Spielberg, dog.
Okay.
They're not Steven Spielberg.
The first one that pops to mind is King Kong. King Kong, Peter Jackson's King Kong, right? The 3-hour movie with fucking Adrian Brody,
I love it.
fucking Jack Black, and the beautiful woman, I forgot her name, something. King Kong comes in like an hour in of a 3-hour movie, right? And he's shown sparingly. He's still shown a good amount because he has these iconic fights with the T-Rexes.
That's Peter Jackson, dog.
But also they have 3 hours to really explore.
But that's Peter Jackson. It's like, for example, bro, we leave 20 ingredients on your kitchen island right here, right? Right? We get 19 regular guys, regular folks coming, hey, make a dish off of this. And then we have Gordon Ramsay come in. Obviously, Gordon Ramsay's going to make the best dish because he fucking knows, dog.
No.
That's my point.
No.
Obviously, Steven Spielberg is going to make the best out of a situation because he's Steven motherfucking Spielberg. Obviously, Peter Jackson is going to be like, dude, I can make the next best King Kong
regardless
movie.
if you're a legendary director, you know you got to build suspense for every time these characters are on screen. It has a lot of weight to them. It could be fucking King Kong, Bing Bong, Ping Pong, anybody.
Exactly. You just said King Kong, Ping Pong, Bing Bong, anybody.
Exactly. If you're
they're dealing. Peter Jackson was dealing with an already established icon like King Kong.
Yes.
Steven Spielberg created. He was powerful, like creatively enough to create his own icon.
Okay, Longlegs. Fucking Nicolas Cage plays this crazy fucking psychotic killer. They don't show him to like the fourth quarter of the movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All the build.
How many people are talking about Longlegs right now?
If you
do you think it had the same impact as Jaws and King Kong?
What doesn't anymore?
That's my point, bro.
What movies have the same impact as Jaws? Modern day, not many. There's an oversaturation of everything.
Cloverfield.
No, modern day. That's 2005. That's not modern day. Like right now, 2010, 2020s.
You're talking about 2020s.
Yeah.
Weapons.
No.
Weapons.
Like an impact. Like Jaws
lady, bro.
changed. But also, as we get deeper into all these art fields, it's like nothing, especially with technology, there's an oversaturation of everything. You have your phone, you have AI, you have this, you have an abundance of visual stimulation every single day.
Get Out was that?
No.
Bro, the fact that you go.
I'm talking about Jaws. Like, there's something that really, like a movie, a blockbuster movie that really shook you to your core, that became a cultural phenomenon.
Get Out.
No.
You just described Get Out.
No, that's not as big as, that would never be as big as Jaws. Or Star Wars, or King Kong. I'm talking about like a creature, like something that's terrifying.
Oh, like an entity.
Let's talk about like an entity, a creature,
yes,
a demon, a specimen.
I think the closest thing is like the red demon from Insidious, the first Insidious.
The Further? You want to go to The Further? Okay, I love Insidious. That's a dumb name for the other side of the fucking afterlife. He's in The Further. The Further? Really? Down there? The Further? Really?
I think it's just, I hate to say this, but it's the sign of the times, dog. It's the sign of the times. I think monster entities are done as of right now until someone comes and just provides an astronomical original idea. Yes, you could revamp Godzilla, King Kong 1,000 times, but for like an original movie, like Jaws was so original, dude. Before that, everyone was just like, yeah, sharks are just another fish in the sea. But then Steven Spielberg making it into a fucking nightmare. Do you know what I'm saying?
They gotta make a movie that like you care. Now you gotta care about like
what would
these
you
animals.
Do? I would do it eels. Eels are so terrifying to me. The fact that they can fucking create electricity and they can just shock you. Like, not even shock you and go, oh, ow, that hurt. No, like when you grab them, they'll paralyze you and they go. The same way when you grab a fucking 10,000 volt fucking. Exactly.
You have to go with the animal or a creature that's already established, already has a reputation. Like EO, no one really gives a fuck about.
Don't say piranha because there's already 11 movies.
A piranha. Right, you got to go like a velociraptor. You gotta be like,
hey, newsflash, brother, the first Jurassic Park.
No, you gotta make a movie centered about a velociraptor. Like you gotta watch him be born and navigate through life and the struggles of him, and not any outside exterior like, oh, there's a bigger creature out there, or as far as like these other characters you care about. It's like a silent film almost.
You would be really good working for sci-fi movies.
I'll do the subtitles.
You know sci-fi movies?
Yeah, science fiction.
No, the channel sci-fi.
Oh yeah, those movies are straight to DVD. They're straight to fucking.
You know Sharknado? You'd be so good with that vibe.
Straight to fucking Redbox movies, man.
Not fucking Deadbox.
Deadbox. I remember I used to try to steal a Redbox all the time because I heard that on Reddit that if you get like a prepaid Visa card, you put $20 in there, you just rent a movie, and then after the $20 runs out, you just fucking. You just never bring it back, bro. And then they just keep on charging a dead card.
Well, did you do it?
Apparently, when I tried to, it was already they caught on to that shit.
And they patched it.
There's oh, now there's cameras, and I went to do it one time. And they're like, oh, there is a camera right in front of me. So I was like, oh, let me get my real debit card, and then I just returned it the next day.
Pussy.
I am what I eat. Okay, Drewski.
Are we still doing the dish? Or should we save for the next episode?
We'll save for the next episode.
We're going to save that for the next episode. What are you going to cook for me?
The 2 dick special.
What the hell?
It's called Weenies con Pepino, cabrón.
Oh yeah, so 2 dicks.
Don't look around like you're nervous.
Hey,
you know you're right at home, baby. You know you're right at home, big dog.
Wait, what would you say?
What?
Salchicha con pequino?
Bro, we both speak Spanish.
No,
I know mine's from the tribes and the Himalayas. I'm more tribal than you. You're kind of
salchicha con pepino.
Pepino con pito con pepino con tripa con fucking caca y.
Bro, pito used to be my favorite fucking word in elementary school. It
used to be your favorite fucking dish also.
I used to be okay, settle down, bro. I used to be like I used to be in the back of homeroom in middle school. I was like pito, pito. And everyone would used to laugh. And I think that's where I kind of cut my...
You should be in the back of the jail cell, huh? I need pito! Fucking gay guy.
Wait, we used to play the game where people would be like, Pinas!
Fuck!
Hey, just to see who can scream it the loudest?
I would always be like...
You would do that, right?
I would just take it out. Fuck talking about it. Be about it, man. Be about it.
Pinas!
My little fucking dick. In my advisory class in 6th grade, bro. Hey, y'all talking about it? There's one real here. There's one in the flesh.
If you don't want to talk about it, just be about it.
Look at it.
And everyone's just like, just scream at Joel. And you're like, everyone's like, you're like, you don't see what I'm doing? Yeah. Everyone's like, what? No, we don't. No, what?
No, because I would do that thing where I would put my penis in between my legs.
Oh. I've never done that. Dude.
I've never been seen doing that. That's good.
That's good. But look, I think our point of the episode is that just don't trust people that you look up to if you don't know them personally.
Listen, Steve might have said that immigrants are all rapists and if not, he got fact checked, then he was like, that's not really true. It's only like fucking very, 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 very few. And he was like, well, they're bringing fentanyl into this country. And he was like, that's not true either. So listen, if you have a big platform, if you're gonna be talking some racist shit, please be informed and please read up, and don't be just
just truly, bro, it's so easy to spend 15, maybe 20 minutes researching.
And also,
it's very easy, very simple. Google. We have a fucking master computer in our pockets.
Yeah. And also, when you realize that that's not true and it's false, you realize that people who are different than you, That's what makes them beautiful. They're just you born in a different part of the world. So treat them with respect, with kindness. We're all just trying to live and support our families, and that's it, baby.
And I think that's why I think you and I get along so well, because we love and adore people who are different than us, but are also chill.
Yeah.
Like when we meet someone that's different and born in a different place and they match our energy, it's such a gorgeous, beautiful fucking feeling. It's just like, whoa, this person gets my humor and they were born in Pakistan.
Yeah.
And it makes you kind of be like, dude, the world really is one. And I'm not even joking. It makes you feel like, oh my God, bro, we're all human beings, dude. We're all human beings and we're all underneath the same sun.
Yeah.
We all see the same sky.
And
we all see the same moon.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? We all see the same stars.
And that's what I said, like when I went to the observatory, when they went back in time and they're like, this is what these people were seeing. We all look at the stars together. We all dream and look up and wonder of a different world, different what's going on out there, who's out there. We all wonder and dream together. And also, you see someone different than you, just ask them a simple. It's so easy to try to understand something. Just be like, hey, bro, like if someone's from Pakistan, if you're at a bar, I'm from Pakistan. Oh, what language do you speak? Right? What's your native language? Oh, what kind of dish do you guys like? What kind of food do you guys usually eat? Because we over here, like I'm Mexican, so like our rice is this. I know my mom like watches your video. Like, my mom does watch like fucking Arabic or Middle Eastern people making rice. I'm like, you guys have like the skinny, like the little thin rice, and like, and it's, I mean that's like the people like that, but I don't really like. I like this kind of rice, and I like usually doing that. I'm like, it's so simple, just to relate to somebody.
I think we have it nice and special because we're from LA, so we experience the city on planet Earth. But it's just like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what country you're from, what religion you're from, what gender you are, what religion you are. We all come from a mother. We all love our mother, and we all love our father.
Yeah.
We all love friends. We all love siblings. We all love the sun. We all love the moon. We all love the sunlight. We all love the water. We all drink water. We all bleed the same color. We all fucking require calories, carbohydrates, and all that. We all have the same organs. We all have we're literally the same species. We're literally the same species. We're literally built all the same. The only difference is just the melanin in our skin. That's literally fucking it. And that's literally fucking it. And it's a microscopic thin layer of cells that separates all of us. So it's just like when I hear someone being racist, I already know it's just like, bro, you are so far gone. You have no idea what you're talking about. You're just wrong, and you're just dumb and silly.
No matter where you're from, you're still primo of ours, man.
It doesn't matter where you're from, how old you are, who you are. If you're watching us, you like us, you hang with us, you're a primo. You're a cousin. We're interconnected forever, dude. We're interconnected forever.
Sí, güey.
Okay, Leonardo DiCaprio in one battle after another.
No, para allá! Para allá! I can't even do the whistle.
and then the Mexican's like, no, yeah.
No, para allá! Para allá!
Yeah. Okay. And he goes,
real quick, there was an interview where someone was like, hey, where did you learn to do that? He was like, during COVID, I had some landscapers, and that's how I talked to him. I was like, hey, can you make the... And I was like, okay, that's pretty legit, right?
Yeah. And he also grew up in LA, too. Like Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf, rest in peace. Like,
I'll never turn against Shia LaBeouf. I'll never turn to fucking...
okay. Love you guys.
Love you guys. Bye.
I'm Alvin Diaz. I'm Dover.